Hi guys, this is Silver Sprout. Welcome to another Ultima Outlands video. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the Command Suit at level 12, or tier 12. And the build I currently have is Tame Lore, Animal Lore, excuse me, Arms Lore at 80 to get the disarm, and then fencing, healing, tactics at 100, and that's just the weapon bonus that you get for the exceptional warfork, and then tier 12, and then vet at 100. So I built this to compare to a water suit with the same pets and the same stats, and we'll see how they compare to each other. This is going to be more about pet damage than anything, but you do lose a lot of user damage since water gives so many extra procs. And you won't hit the weapon proc as often. With the water suit, I was getting a 41% chance to proc my weapon because of the suit and arms lore, but this only gives me an 18% chance with command. Okay, so we're gonna go to Pulma again, do the same run. Wish me luck. I expect this one to be pretty high in damage. I know some people are coming out and saying command isn't very impressive at the moment compared to other aspects. I've ran it in the past as a mage tamer, never as a Dexxer, so I am very curious myself to see if it makes a big difference compared to others. With water, I tend to proc, it seems like 3 or 4 times on a run, so we'll see if that helps me at all in this. Sometimes the problem with proccing at command is you kill the enemy in like 2 seconds, and then there is no spawn around on live server. Shouldn't be a problem here. Alright, here we go. Do resist since we don't have resist on our build. Negative. Okay, just checking if my disarm is on. So I have tested actually the Fencer Dexxer in the past with water and command with black cats, and it turns out that fencing was just barely better than macing was with this particular build in black cats, and that was running in Aegis, not Pulma. So we'll see how this goes in here. Hit up the same mobs. So the pets are doing about 10 more damage each hit, which is great, and then the disarm there, it like super powered them. Oops, I didn't mean to get the nightshade, but we'll drop that in a minute. Let's get in a fight first. Alright, I'm gonna vet heal. Wasn't close enough, that's okay. So 1 proc, fully healed, and we should do a ton of damage right now. Should. Bleed stacks would be great, but it has not happened yet. Alright. Let's go on to this guy. I forget how long the proc lasts for, so we want to use it while we have it here. Try to drop this nightshade real quick. next? Oh, come on. The dragon. Both are fine. Let's heal our pets real quick. Oops. Oh yeah, I forget I don't get that bonus for healing, so it's a little scarier to do vet heals with this. Alright. So I'm gonna do this big hit. So far the DPS is actually very good. So we'll see how it goes towards the end with the Fen Demons. Like before, the DPS jumps like a ton with the Fens. Okay, so since we procced, we gotta move on to the next mob as fast as possible. Let's just destroy this guy. Yeah, I think it's like a 30-second window where you can kill the next mobs with the superpower pets. And that might be better than just like a water proc, for instance. It only targets what's around you. This guy. Yeah, so proc is over. This guy would be excellent to disarm on. Good. That was just what we did. Yeah, I can already tell a big difference with just without my weapon special. The Blood Hunters aren't hitting as much, but it doesn't seem to matter since they do more damage in general. Their bleeds, though, that's what makes it special. Alright, I guess we're gonna fight the operator this time. It won't take too long. Get the gold. Leave the bandages. Alright. There we are. I'm just gonna potion heal on this guy, I think. Stay right on him. Oh, well. Bad timing. So the damage reduction is very helpful for Command. It's just nice to have these super-powered 5-pack pets. They don't really take much damage. It's very nice. As good as big heals are, this is better for, I think, the pets overall. I'll try to get away with healing myself and healing them. Hopefully they don't die. There we go, cool. And my own heals are kind of very weak compared to water. Something to watch for. Alright, so we're already up by about 10 DPS compared to water. So let's go ahead and get this dude. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, considering the raw damage, the bleeds are only doing 1 more damage versus with the water suit. They generally do 7 per tick, but they're only doing 8 per tick with the suit. So I don't think it's really worth maybe using the Blood Hunters. They're still pretty impressive, but I think we could do better. I think the black cats might operate better in this case. Let's get a sandwich that. Very fun to proc though. Oh, here we go. Melting away in front of your eyes. Let's kill this muck super fast. Wow, alright, I'll get that gold in a second. I think we can tank both these guys at once. Let's try it at least. Heal myself. Cool. Yeah, this definitely feels tankier than water. I like it quite a bit. And see the DPS, it's so much higher. And weapon special, that's the problem with this. You can't really take out the weapon special damage in this, so of course the DPS is going to be, I wouldn't say hard to trust, but I will compare it with specials and the other water build. Because I did proc about the same number of times, 4 or 5 times total. But yeah, DPS is pretty impressive with this. I skipped the demon over there because we're gonna be at 390 after a few mobs. So another advantage that Command has is when you're using larger pets, like a Prowler that does area damage and area bleed, that's going to be advantageous to have this suit, the Command Suit, versus water, since it affects all the bleeds damage around, and water is more for single targets. These 2 mobs should be good, and we'll be done with the run. Oops, ran out of magic potions. That's great. Okay, we are over full, so we're gonna just put a strength potion up and get out of here. Alright, we can just stop there, because we're done. Alright, and we'll counter gold and calculate out the DPS. Let's see. So 14,885. Let me go ahead and get my damage out. Do a quick calculation. So as far as the amount of gold per hour, it's a pretty easy calculation overall. All you do is you take an hour, 60 minutes, divide it by the fraction of the time elapsed. So in this case, it's 11 minutes and 35 seconds. It's going to be roughly like 11 point, I forget the exact fraction on that. It's like 11.566. So we'll do that and then multiply by the gold we made. So this is like 77,237 gold per hour. And then DPS on that run. And like I said, we can't separate the proc damage on this because it's included in follower damage. Let's see. Oh, well, you don't need to do a calculation for that. So it's 65.64 DPS. And let me compare that real quick with the water, including the proc, since we procced like 4 times on this. So 65, 64. And what is it? Fencing Arms Lore and Blood Hunters. So I was getting 56, 66 for DPS on the Water Suit, and that is with, it looks like 3 procs, or 4 procs total, roughly, depending on how much damage it actually did on the mob. So in conclusion, Command is by far better for damage. I know people like to say otherwise right now. I think it really depends on what team you run. That often has a huge effect on overall damage. Like when I ran the Prowler and the Roach, their damage is so much lower than a 5-pet team in general that when you pair it with Command, it's not as impressive as a 5-pet team. So if you can run the teams with the highest DPS and then add Command Suit on top of that, it's very good numbers. Otherwise, like a Water Suit, for instance, or even like Fire Weapon with, I don't know, a Void Tamer, Mage Tamer, you may be getting more damage with that suit versus a Command Suit, just depending on the team that you run. I will be testing a Phoenix for someone on another run in a minute. I just have to get set up. The Phoenix isn't going to benefit a ton from Arms Lore. It would be better paired with herding overall. So what I'm going to do is I'll keep fencing, but I'm going to put herding on this build rather than Arms Lore. Alternatively, I could take tactics away. That would only take about possibly 4,000 user damage away, which isn't a lot compared to follower damage. Alright, hope you found this video helpful. I will see you guys in the future. Thank you.